You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Friday, the 12th of December. This is meteorologist James Spann. Alabama's weather, warmer today and tomorrow, but don't get used to it because you know the deal. We've talked about it for days. The coldest air so far this season settles in here Sunday and Monday. The deep south goes into the deep freeze. All right, a lot to talk about this morning. Here we go. This is the upper air look now. And we have a west to northwest flow aloft, a big upper low this over New England, ridging over California. We have a very dry air mass in place. The closest precipitation to Alabama this morning, a little light snow falling over parts of eastern Kentucky and southern West Virginia. Most locations are in the 30s this morning to start the day. Some spots below freezing. In fact, the freeze all the way down to Greenville and Troy, they've got 31. But a nice warm-up today. Most spots will be in the 60s this afternoon. Here's the watch warning map around the nation. Winter storm warnings in effect for much of Montana. Little winter storm warning for parts of northern Kentucky with that snow that fell overnight. And some fog issues in Texas. Not going to worry about severe storms anytime soon with this cold air coming in. No thunder around the nation today. Tomorrow, maybe some thunder for South Florida. Nothing severe. And the same thing on Sunday. Thunderstorm possible for Miami, Key West, Fort Myers, but nothing severe. Rain for the next 7 days. This is valid through Friday morning of next week. And for Alabama, not much. For most locations, the amount's under 1/4 inch. And there could be a few sprinkles tomorrow night in advance of the Arctic push, and then there could be a little light rain maybe Thursday night of next week. But at this point, that's not going to do much. And the new drought monitor came out yesterday. This is out once a week, every Thursday morning. Now, the good news, there's huge improvement in southeast Alabama. That D3 extreme drought is off the board. There's still drought conditions there, but just not as bad. We've still got the extreme drought over parts of West Alabama, Greensboro, Demopolis, Linden. But generally speaking, we're in better shape. But we could certainly use some more rain. But again, amounts over the next 7 days will just not be that much. So let's break it down day by day, model fans. This is the European OZ run, 4 o'clock today. Same thing, northwest flow aloft and a dry air mass and a really nice warm-up today. We'll be in the 60s in most spots this afternoon, maybe 50s across the Tennessee Valley. So this is tomorrow as the weekend begins. And again, very comfortable. Just about everybody will be in the 60s, maybe some spots in South Alabama touching 70. And again, the Europeans suggesting there might be a few little tiny isolated showers over southwest Alabama during the day. But during the day, much of the state will likely be dry. So this is the high-resolution HER tomorrow night at midnight. And there could be a few little sprinkles across the state. Nothing meaningful. And this will be in a time where temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. The Arctic air is not here yet. Again, there's some nonsense floating around socials about there being an ice or a snow threat Saturday night. That just, I don't know where this stuff comes from. But again, sprinkles are possible tomorrow night. Nothing more than that. But the big story, it's a cold air rush on Sunday. If you're in the Tennessee Valley, you'll be in the 20s all day. Wind chill indices dropping into the single digits. That'll be the case Sunday night. And then by Monday morning, I think we still will have a little wind here. If the wind goes calm, the numbers would be lower. But these are current forecast lows coming off the European. Teens for the northern third of the state. Teens as far south as Anniston. 20s basically all the way down to the Gulf Coast. And even Monday morning, keep in mind if there's some wind, the wind chill index will be much lower than these numbers. And understand, this is pretty cold stuff for the deep south here. This is pipe bursting weather, so you know the deal. Pets, bring them in. Watch out for your exposed pipes. Think about those that don't have adequate heating sources around you. And thankfully, it's a short-lived cold air burst. This is Monday. Temperatures in the 30s for North Alabama, 40s for the southern counties of the state. Tuesday morning is going to be cold. Most spots will be in the 20s Tuesday morning. But then Tuesday highs go in the 40s and 50s. This is Wednesday. Everybody will be in the 50s. In fact, South Alabama could see low 60s. Thursday, the next trough approaching, and evidence there could be some rain pushing into the state late Thursday afternoon. So it looks like we'll have a chance of rain late Thursday and Thursday night. Probably not a big rain event. And then a week from today, this is Friday, December 19th, we have a trough over the northeast United States, a ridge over the Gulf, and a drier air mass coming in here. But again, not really a cooler air mass. Highs 50s for North Alabama, 60s for the southern counties of the state. So let's keep going 10 days out. This is Sunday, December 21st. Ooh, look at the ridge beginning to build in from the south. That's going to flush out that cold air. That looks like a dry look. And temperature should be well up in the 60s. South Alabama probably will see 70s. And we'll take a look at the long-range Christmas outlook in just a second. Rain for the next 15 days, valid through December 27th. Still not that much. The mean is just a little over 1 inch. So temperatures, first off for Birmingham, National Blend of Models. We'll pick a couple of cities here. This is valid through December the 22nd. And 60s today and tomorrow. Sunday, low to mid-30s all day. And the wind chill index will be much lower. Wind chill indices Sunday evening could be in the single digits. Monday morning, 18. Again, this is for the central part of the state. But look at the bounce back with 67 by Monday, December 22nd. So let's look at the NBM for Huntsville. Ooh. Huntsville in the 20s all day Sunday. And again, wind chill indices, single digits. 12. 1, 2, 12. That's not a wind chill index. That's the air temperature Monday morning. But again, a big bounce back. Temperatures up in the 60s by the weekend of the 20th and 21st into the Christmas week. Are you dreaming of a white Christmas? Well, if you live in the southern U.S., that's not a good look. Pattern flip. So we go in the deep freeze Sunday, Monday, really into Tuesday, but the week of Christmas looking pretty mild for the southern two-thirds of the United States. And this is the latest look off the European Ensemble AI version. And understand, there is no skill in a specific forecast 13 days out, which is how far off we are from Christmas now. But there is skill at pattern recognition, and that's what this is. And if you need cold air, head to Montana, North Dakota, or Canada. Look at Alberta and British Columbia. It looks brutal up there. But for the southern two-thirds of the United States, temperatures above average. Now, understand, above average, that could be 62 on December 25th. But I do think we're going to be well up in the 60s and probably 70s in South Alabama Christmas Day, based on the way this thing looks. So a pattern flip for Christmas, mild. Woo, boy. I would say the sunset last night is a top 10 for the year. I was doing a live shot for 3340 with Taylor Hicks and Toys for Tots, and I could just see the notifications, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these stunning images of the sunset, and we could see it off in the distance. We had the TV lights blaring, and it was kind of hard to see it, but goodness, thanks to everybody for sharing these. It was just simply off the charts. The colors, vivid last night. And we should mention, too, that we are really a little past our earliest sunset time of the year. And we're almost to the solstice, about 8, 9, 10 days away. And we'll start to gain daylight. But these winter scenes can be just so incredible. Goodness gracious. I tell people all the time, the photographs that you send and the videos that you send, these are my windows to the world. Because in studios, we don't have windows. And again, I'm not driving typically at a time where you've got a sunrise or a sunset. I'm in a studio doing these videos here. But again, that was just absolutely incredible. So today I'm going to be at Memorial Park Elementary in Jasper for a weather program this morning. And again, this evening, our Toys for Tots final drive continues. This is your last chance if you want to help families that are struggling and bring a new unwrapped toy to any of the drop-off locations. I'll be at the Walmart on Highway 150 in Hoover this evening. And again, we'll be live on ABC 3340 at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock. And hey, don't forget, you can catch my forecast every day on great radio stations around the state, including in Birmingham, Classic Rock 106.9. Thanks for watching. Have a fabulous Friday, and God bless.